Hey Bison Band, I have a new skill for you today in our tutorial level 2. This is the scale building exercise. And scales, I read all this out in our instructions, but I'll kind of talk through it here too, is a collection of notes from a given starting note, and then it goes up to a higher note of the same name. So for example, today, the two notes we're going to be using are C and G. So a C scale would go from C, a lower one, to a higher version of letter C. Now, we're going to use lots of different scales over the course of our ToneSavvy challenges, but I'm going to start with a scale that instead of having 8 notes, like you're going to see in the future, today we're only going to focus on the first 5 notes. And this really is more about the skill of just how you put a scale into ToneSavvy. So again, we're just going to start with 2 different notes. We're going to practice just putting the notes into the scale. And in the future, we're going to talk about what notes we're going to use for the different scales. That's not something that we're going to cover today. This is really just more of a skill practice. So we're going to build 30 of these scales today. We're going to have 10 errors allowed for this. Now there are 5 hints that you can use. And again, I think the hints are not going to be as useful here as just watching this video again or reading through your instructions. If you complete 30 scales with 10 or fewer errors, this will end automatically. If you get more than 10 errors, make sure you hit your stop quiz button and then submit your best effort. Go back and try it again. Watch the video again if you need to. Let's do a couple of these together so you can see what this looks like. Okay, so it's going to give you a starting note. In this case, it tells you here that you're starting on G. Now you're going to want to keep it set here at this middle option here. So you're not going to need to change this right now. This middle box should be blue for all of these. Now all I'm going to do is go one space and line at a time higher to put 4 more notes in. If this is a 5-note scale, this note here, this does count as your first note. So I'm just going to add an A, a B, a C, and a D, like that. Now this is your low C. Now we talked about there being some notes that live below our music staff. This is it. Now we haven't expanded all the way down there with our note identification, but we can talk about it now that this note with a line above it and a line through it is our C, D, E, F, G. And starting on our G again, A, B, C, D, just like that. And again, C, add 1 higher D, 1 higher E, 1 higher F, 1 higher G. So all I'm doing is adding 1 note at a time higher to get to 5 notes for each of these, and I'm going to build 30 scales for this. And again, this is more skill practice than anything else. We will do more with this in future ToneSavvy challenges. If you have a question about this that I'm not covering here in this video, remember to use your ToneSavvy support request form. Visit me on my office hours. Good luck, game on.